Hello there everybody, the Hat Person here, and welcome back to some more Senran Kagura Shinovi Versus. We're back here with Season 3 last episode, which was yesterday. We saw a bit of an intro. We saw a little bit of the setup of how these two girls are basically starting off Heavy Joe all over again. I mean, they're kind of implying that they used to be students, but they're not anymore, but because they saw Heavy Joe get torn down, because of the events of the previous game, then they basically took it upon themselves to bring Heavy Joe back somehow. But anyway, yeah, without further ado, without much introduction and time wasting, let's go ahead and do two main things. One is our traditional little going out and getting a piece of lingerie from the store, and then the other one is just beginning our mission. So here we go. We got good old Ayame here. We have a bunch of stuff to go ahead and buy. We have Murasaki's favorite, we have Imu's favorite, Miyabi's favorite, Ryobi's favorite, and Riona's favorite. That's basically just all of the different underpants that we got going on here. And so we have pictures. We have basically all of the extras images that we had for the side stories for Gessen. So, yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and buy all of these. Block Queen fails, Bean Sprout Paradise. Yeah, okay. So, Mask Princess, Floral Freedom. These are all just voice sets and musical tracks. Now, I can go ahead and just buy all of these in my spare time, in between episodes and whatnot. But let's go ahead and log on. Oh, yeah, yeah, there actually is no internet connection in my house right now, because for some reason my internet died, because freaking Cox Kibble is a piece of crapola. So I don't know, should we do 70%? Yeah, sure. I'm thinking an Estival versus Terms, where if I don't have 99%, I'm not gonna get anything good. But here in Shinovi, you pretty much you know, anything that's below 50, you pretty much have to start paying a little bit more. But yeah, way sweet. I hear Ayame talking in a nervous tone, which means that, yep, I already own this. Okay then, let's go ahead and try it again. Let's do this one more time, and if it doesn't work, we'll try and spend a little bit more money. We do have some money to burn. We do have quite a lot of money, because of all those missions that we did before where we didn't really buy all that much. Alright, so this one's got strawberries on it, lingerie number 74. There we go. We now have 30 panties. Fantastic, let's get out of here. Right, so yeah, let's go ahead and do mission number 1. Again, the initial levels and stuff are usually very long, so I think it's a good idea to just get into it as soon as possible. And yeah, later, like maybe chapter 3 and onward, do start to get a little bit more formulaic. But yeah, the first 1 or 2 chapters tend to be jam-packed with stories, so let's go ahead and begin right away.
Miyabi が目覚めてから数ヶ月後、非立ヘビ女子学園は新たな校舎を得て再出発していた。
Okay, so it's been months since, yeah, what we saw in the initial cutscene. And so I wonder... Okay, so this happened like months later, so I guess this happened months after Senran Kagura burst, and I'm assuming way after Senran Kagura 2 Deep Crimson as well. So yeah, the previous Heavy Joe were, you know, Homura, Mirai, all of those people that are now the Homura Crimson Squad. They're renegades, and so they're constantly being hunted and stuff. And so they used to be the ones that were like the elites for Heavy Joe, but because of the events of the first game, they're not anymore, so now we have these people replacing them. I guess they self-appointed themselves to be the replacement. Alright, so we have our first targets. Frustrating how? Oh, okay, yeah, so Imu and Miyabi were saying at the beginning, like, oh yeah, that's Heavy Joe, that's where we used to study, but for some reason I had this idea in my mind that they had graduated, you know, a long time ago, and then, you know, they used to be students in that sense. But no, like, the thing happened to Miyabi, and so they would have been the elites, and then they would have been a representative of the school rather than Homura and everybody else. Yep. No time for flashbacks. Yeah, Imu seems to be like basically Miyabi's lackey, even though they say, oh, you know, my childhood friend and such, but, you know, it's very obvious who's on top here. considering how Miyabi already looks kind of manly as it is.
雅よ、まずは共に行動するメンバーを5人集めろ。
Okay, a 5-member team. I'm assuming that Suzune doesn't count. So, yeah, we need 3 people.
わかりました。選抜メンバーでもない者がヘビ女の復権を歌っても意味がない。
And so they rebuilt the school, but are these 2 the only ones here, or are there like actual students running around as well?
地に落ちたヘビ女の誇りを取り戻したいのであれば、抜け人のホムラたち5人を始末することだ。
Okay, sure. Naturally, we're gonna go and hunt them down.
失った時間を取り戻す必要もある。
Oh my god, really? Like the text just keep going. The text just kept going and going way before Suzune just stopped talking. Like she actually didn't say much, but they just kept going with this big thing. That's what I'm saying about the localization, dude, and the translation. Like it's more like paraphrasing more than anything.
ホムラたちの居場所はこちらでも掴んでいない。お前たちには判明し次第連絡する。
I mean, either that or the text is just moving too slow.
はい、わかりました。
善人に敗北し、蛇城を貶めた。あいつらの所業は万死に値する。
I always found it kind of counterproductive in how, like, why would they kill somebody who's technically on their side? You know, so I was like, well, if you lose to them and you like don't do it exactly how I want you to do it, you die. But like, that's just a waste of resources. I'm like, oh, you're not good enough. But do they not know anything about growth and stuff? Like, if they're on your side, then bring them in. Say, hey, we can better you. Let's train you. I'm gonna give you another chance and let's do it. You know, instead of like killing them off. Like, if you're gonna kill everybody that fails you one time, then you're gonna run out of people to kill, and it's only gonna be you and your stupid ass getting your ass kicked.
あいつらにはけじめをつけてもらわないと。
Wouldn't that technically make you good guys by, you know, kicking the ass of the supposed bad guys?
そう簡単にいくかな。
それはどういう意味ですか？
Huh?
ホムラたちは私
Cock?
が修
What?
行を
What's
つけ
that?
た生徒だ。お前たちでも戦えば無傷では済まないだろう。
So yeah, in case, again, if you guys haven't played the previous game, Senran Kagura Burst, Suzune is, the teacher of Hebijo. You know, she's basically like Korea, you know, like the opposite of Korea. So she's like the bad teacher. And so she was the one that taught and trained all of the Crimson Squad, and I'm assuming now she's gonna be like training everybody here.
待ってください。鈴音先生はどっちの味方なんですか？
That's actually a pretty goddamn good question. If you're like, you know, affiliated and tight and friendly with the Crimson Squad, or, you know, at least used to be, and then you're training the Heavy Joe ones, and then you're telling them, okay, you gotta go and eliminate the Crimson Squad, but you taught them, so like, what's up?
教え子に味方も敵もない。私は事実を言ったまでだ。
Alright, so that's kind of a cop-out. You know, my students are my students, whatever. So neither one. You're not neither ally nor enemy, sure, whatever.
イム、もういい。つまらない話をしている暇があるのなら修行だ。
Yeah, Imu seems like the kind of person that doesn't trust anybody that isn't Miyabi.
鈴音先生、報告は以上ですね。でしたらすぐに修行をしたいのですが。
Yeah, let's just kill a bunch of dummies.
わかった。
さあイム、私と手合わせだ。
Alright, so we're starting by kicking her ass first.
私は力なき者と行動を共にする気はない。お前の力が未熟なら容赦なく切り捨てる。
Alright, so we're gonna be killing some dummies and we're gonna be fighting her.
わかってる。
Of course, she is like her, oh, it'll be my pleasure, of course, to get my ass beat by you, Miyabi.
ただ簡単にはやられないよ。僕は雅といつまでも一緒にいたいからね。
Damn, I get the feeling that they're more than just childhood friends.
では、行くぞ。
Okay, let's go. I'm pretty sure that Miyabi doesn't reciprocate the same feelings, but whatever. Why do I get the feeling that in like the side story or something like that, there's gonna be like this recurring joke about Imu being like super like infatuated and you know, super into Miyabi, and then Miyabi just doesn't notice or something like that. So I get the feeling it's gonna be like a Yagyu and Hibari sort of thing where she's super in love with her, but is like, you know, she has no idea. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna go into something really stupid. I mean, right now they're trying to make it genuine by being like, oh yeah, we stuck together for so long and I took care of you and all that kind of stuff, and you can see the emotion there, right? But I get the feeling that they're just gonna completely ruin that. you know, shows up in a bikini, and then Imu's nose just, like, nosebleeds all the time, and just... Yeah, they're gonna find a way to make it really stupid. Anyway, here we are, finally! We're seeing some gameplay. Let's go ahead and kick her ass. I thought, I was going to, start fighting some dummies and whatnot, but no. Considering how Suzune mentioned it, I kind of figured that we'd fight a few enemies first and then go with, Imu. But apparently not. There we go. Watching some transformations. I know we've seen these at some point in the past, but I feel like it's been a long while. It's been a while since I've last seen those in their entirety, so let's go ahead and watch a few of these. Ah, my nose has been killing me. I'm trying my best not to, like, you know, not to, like, sniffle like that. I've actually had to cut the video various times because I had to stop the sniffle. Oh boy, I hate it. I hate it when the weather changes into cold weather, because then it gives me a little bit of the sniffles. I never really get full sick. I never get, like, all the way sick, but it just that slightly annoying, like, nose dripping that really gets my goat. Especially for a guy like me who's always, like, constantly recording his voice and recording videos and appearing on camera, and for me to show up there with, like, a red nose and, like, a pack of Kleenex, I'm like, geez, like, that's just really annoying. Okay, there we go. We very easily beat her ass. Now this is why I'm on top and you're not. Alright, cool. This is only the beginning. I will punch the air! Ah. Screw you, air! I don't like you. I grab you now. I'm choking you. And here we are, naked. I knew you were after my panties this entire time, hence why I have them. Hey, hold on. Suzune's the teacher here, not you. Well, what would she do if she wasn't? Like, if she didn't pass, what would you do? Would you kill her too? Would you kill your best friend or just kick her out? Alright, of course, she would never give her any kind of leeway. Yeah, I get the feeling that everybody's judgment or reasoning for this entire storyline is gonna be about getting stronger, you know? Is like, every single time they fail, even if it has nothing to do with strength, it's gonna be like, I just wasn't strong enough, like, and what else are you gonna do? Just keep fighting. Keep leveling up.
Miyabi.
Yeah, of course. You don't care, as long as I got to be with you, like, super obsessive. Like, you always carry, like, a used sock with her sweat on it, like, under your bra. It's like, I smell it all the time when I go to the bathroom. You're like, aw. There you go. So why make that whole thing about, oh, you passed the test and stuff if you were gonna keep her here anyway? You and your freaking melon-sized boobs. Oh, man, like, Miyabi's boobs specifically, they look like two basketballs. Flesh-colored basketballs, like, put together. Alright, I guess they're gonna try and use this relationship as a way to kind of humanize them. Because they're supposed to be the villains, right? So it's like, oh, you know, like, villains, you know, even though they're bad, they have people that they care about too, and they protect other people, even though they say that they don't, and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure this little thing that we got going on here, this is gonna be used against them at one point, or at least I would love it if they did. Because I would actually... Yeah, I get the feeling like they really mention it so many times, you know. I haven't even finished the first mission yet, and they're like, I'll always be by your side, I'll never leave you, we'll always be together, we're best friends forever, childhood friends, since we were little, oh my god, we'll never be apart ever. That almost makes me believe that something is gonna happen that will bring them apart. Maybe they'll have a fight, or, you know, like, they're literally gonna be apart physically, like, they're gonna be separated and have to find each other. I don't know, I feel like, if they really want to make this story interesting, like this, there has to be something here between them, you know, something has to get in the way to really prove if they really will stay forever together. Very well. So Imu thinks that Miyabi's still not, you know, up to snuff. She's been, like, in a wheelchair for so long. I guess it's understandable to assume that maybe she's not, like, full, like at her full potential yet, so... Yeah, she needs somebody to back her up. Alright. That's, I guess, a decent setup for, you know, the whole friendship thing moving forward. Because a lot of these, little stories involve, like, relationships and trusting each other and making friends and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I guess they're gonna do, like, the villain version of that. How am I gonna level up? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I leveled up 4 times. I'm kind of surprised and impressed that I can level up so much here because in literally any other game, like Senran Kagura Burst, Deep Crimson, Estival Versus, all of those take forever to level up. And here in Shinobi, like, I just do one fight with one boss and boom, I'm already level 5. And I'm making good progress on my Yang and Flash Bar, so yeah. New technique has been learned. Okay, so we have Heavy Joe uniform, Spats, and then we have regular Heavy Joe uniform. I'm really not sure about what the differences are, but we'll see later. We have Miyabi's outfit, we have Heavy Joe Ninja Room, and save. Alright then. So similar to before, close to a 20-minute episode. But yeah, that's good. I don't want to keep these too long. So, yeah, without further ado, I mean, the series continues on. I feel kind of excited going back into the groove of things. You know, I feel like my 2 main series has always been Persona 4 and Senran Kagura. And so, every single time I deviate from Senran Kagura into something else, I'm like, you know, this is a short little thing. I like taking breaks in between, you know, different faction stories. Because then you can get a little burnt out after a while. A lot of the fights and a lot of the missions are basically the same. So, yeah, you're mostly in it for the story to keep you interested. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and of course subscribe to stay updated on everything that's been going on. Also, yeah, you'll never miss a single thing, and that includes live streams. So yeah, be sure to check that out. I'm the Hat Person, and I'll see you guys next time for some more big basketball-shaped boobs and weird outfits and impractical clothing right here in Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus. See you later.